It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, August 5th, 2019 at 7 a.m.
If they could only see behind the scenes right now.
Hey, I got to get a whoop whoop in there.
Whoop, whoop.
There it is. There it is.
Sorry, I was laughing, so I missed the whoop whoop.
You know, we'd probably make more money if we air what we shouldn't air.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, well, it'd be a lot more entertaining, I promise
yes, it
you
is.
that.
Well, it always is.
At jail time.
We may not be on there very long, but
just goes
Montgomery may come down and see us when it's not his day.
That just goes to the station owner.
there you go. Well,
yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, that's the case.
He don't care.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Collis, Bob Rechtenwald, and Bob Zdora this morning. Hope you've had a great weekend.
Mr. Hoffman.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Excuse me, Mr. Hoffman, can I say something?
All right.
There you go. Get that ball off my eye.
All right.
How was everybody's weekend?
It was good. It
Oh,
was
it's
good.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Yes, we went out on a boat yesterday. We had Linda's cousin up from Florida and his wife. And it was just, can I drive the boat? Sure. She was just grins and everything. We had a great time.
I have to say, and I'm going to bring this up because I was on a boat yesterday too, see, but it was a raft.
Oh.
We went rafting down the Spring River.
Oh, cool.
And be the last time I let my Uncle Dale book our trip. 14 miles in a raft.
Ooh.
From the time they put us in to the time we got down to the end was 7.5 hours. And if you ever been in Spring River, it's 58 degrees. I don't want to jump in, but that sun is really telling me I need to.
Wow.
It was a long trip. We made it. Everybody's alive, but yeah.
Now, you could have been on the White River yesterday, and that 14-mile trip, you probably would have had it done in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
You could have surfed. You could have surfed on the White River yesterday. There was so much
And
water
that's
coming
what
in.
I was hoping for at the spring, but the water was down, and there was so much just still water. So you're just rowing the whole time. My shoulders hate me today.
Scooter, ask me about my weekend, please.
All right, how was your weekend, Bob?
Moo.
He did cattle.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not sure
barrels of
if
a
he
cattle
did the
farmer.
cattle or the cattle did him. If you heard the stories, yeah.
We did 2 and 2 did us. Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way. So we're just
2
trying
out of
to-
4 is not bad.
We're trying to move forward, and they don't want to go.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
I like how you turned that around to get control again.
Yeah.
that was
Somebody's
pretty
got
good.
you.
You're going to try. Thank you, Les.
No. It's Monday.
Look at it back.
It's
We
my
stop by. Hold up one of those cinnamon rolls down there. We got cinnamon rolls this morning from Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can get those at all 3 locations. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, 62 East Plaza, or Bomber Boulevard.
And that was the small one. Out of
That's
all
a
of them.
small one,
That was
yeah.
the small
That's a small one, yeah.
They're
That
good.
fits the 49 Studebaker. The other about 1951, 52
Yeah.
model, yeah.
Very good.
But and Brewed Awakening Coffee, you know, you can't sell Brewed Awakening coffee in Illinois. They tax the energy.
There you go. Okay.
I mean, what can I say? You know, so much energy, so much pep and pick me up. Illinois will tax it. So, right here in Arkansas, look at that look.
Somebody saying energy
Fighting
drinks start at $5.
I'm not saying. I'm going to stay out of this, Bob. I really am.
That's fine.
Brewed
It'll
Awakening
pass.
Coffee,
It'll
the
pass.
best coffee in town. Once again, if you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. A few months ago, Bob Rechtenwald had a client that says, have Dale talk about pre-planning. Very good point. So we're doing that now. Pre-plan. Talk to Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, Brad, anybody out there can help you. Of course, you have emergency situations, and you have, like I had, a passing of a loved one after a long illness. Whatever the situation may be, Roller Funeral Homes right here in Arkansas, 29 in the state to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, and right here in Mountain Home. Very professional, caring, loving, and understanding. They know what's going on. They know how to handle the situation, and they do it very, very well. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, yes, as usual, you're correct, knowing what I'm going to pray about today. More senseless murders. And of course, the liberals are claiming the gun is to blame, and if the so-called assault rifle was made illegal, all of this would go away. This comes from a society that will spend money to watch violence in a movie theater or sit at home and watch it on a DVD. But we still have no answers to why someone would take any type of weapon out in public to randomly shoot people. So where does the hatred come from? Where does the thoughts of premeditated murder come from? Lord, help us answer these questions so we can stop the killing. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Well, we could talk about that all hour.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Pretty sad.
And now, dun, 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 dun.
Oh my goodness.
That was flat.
He got rusty in the water yesterday.
Dude, you were doing so well. It must have,
Take two. Come on, do it
He
again.
expended too much energy on the raft yesterday.
I burned out everything I got. What are you talking about? I'm out of air.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, the award-winning Z-Team. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Take a look at the live shot of the White River. Going to be a little bit humid today.
Do you want the shot of the White River?
There's a little.
Or do you want
live shot?
The live
I
shot.
don't think so.
The live shot.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna
I
see
don't
the
think the
river.
live in the two man.
I left the house. My house was just covered in
Yeah.
fog. I knew that the river
Yeah, I
was
figured it
gonna
would be because I had some haze around my house too. So, well,
And you could see it just on the hillside up there across the way.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can see some
yeah.
of it up there. So
It'll
there's some
clear up.
moisture in the air.
yep. Anyway, the live shot brought to you by the Z-Team. You can check that out at retiretoarkansas.net. We'll come back here in a few minutes and see. Surely it'll burn away a little bit, don't you think?
I would think, but I
You
don't
don't
know
know.
that he likes you calling him Shirley.
Well, how did we just go? I mean,
Well, it's Monday, so
Meet
you're
my
going to crash early. Save the energy for the rest of the.
It's only uphill from there.
That's right.
yeah. Oh, morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, need some property, Arkansas or Missouri, Bob and Linda Zdora has the team set up to help you. 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. Right now we've got 71 degrees in Mountain Home, Flippin, Harrison, and Yellville, but it's 65 in Salem, 71 at Calico, Rock Mountain View at 70, 63 in St. Louis, 68 at Poplar Bluff, 65 in West Plains, 70 in Branson, and in contrast, 57 degrees in Watford City, North Dakota. Show this little graph right here that's on Weather Nation. This is the wind, and they've got some wind warnings today from Grand Forks to Duluth. Mainly Iowa and Nebraska has the high winds, the wind potential. Severe storms possible through this area here. And so just kind of a heads up. National radar looks like this. We have Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, parts of Kansas with some shower activity. That little shower last night just kind of popped up in northeast Baxter County. I was looking at the radar, I think it's going to rain. Pull up KY3's radar, and it was in the northeast corner of Baxter County. I thought, man, it's just a pop-up. 30, 40, 50 minutes later, I'm hearing, what am I hearing? Sure enough, it came down, and you see the movement on it. Anyway, nothing showing up in Arkansas, Missouri right now. We'll take a look at that Little Rock stop if we're ready.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe a little bit around Hot Springs and down between Hot Springs and Pine Bluff. Other than that, there's a lot of humidity in the air. You can see the moisture in the air on the radar. Overall, your highways are clear, 62, 412 east and west, Highway 65, Branson, Little Rock. You've got Highway 67, 167 coming out of Little Rock, splits going to Batesville and on up to Poplar Bluff. And, of course, your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas with no issues at this time. Take a look and we'll check Missouri and Illinois for folks there. I-70, Columbia to St. Louis east, and then Vandalia, Effingham over in Corn Country, Illinois. Looking pretty good there. You got I-44, Rolla to St. Louis, no problems. East St. Louis, Illinois east, 64 towards Mount Vernon. You see I-24 at 57 south of Carbondale. Excuse me, and then I-55 coming in from Sykeston and Cape Girardeau. Not showing much at all in south central or southeast Missouri, if any at all. Southwest Missouri, Springfield area, Joplin, Tulsa, Springfield, Lebanon. Lots of humidity, but Kansas City east to Columbia, no problems there. Oh well. National forecast map, we got some fog advisories in Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, and Texas. We have, it looks like, a severe thunderstorm watch up in North Dakota and a severe thunderstorm warning in Minnesota. Will not affect us in any stretch of the imagination there. 7-day forecast today, patchy fog, mostly sunny, high of 91. Going to be one of the warmer days today, low of 72 tonight. 30% chance of showers on Tuesday, high of 91, low of 70, with a 20% chance of showers on Tuesday night. Chance of showers continue Wednesday through Friday from a 20% on up to a 50% chance on Friday morning. Ranges, high ranges from 92 to 90 to 87 on Friday. The lowest temperature this week looks like Tuesday night of 70 degrees, 71 on Thursday night. Checking iDrive Arkansas. Looks like everything's pretty good. Have some road construction. If you're going down to Little Rock, some construction on 630 for 3/10 of a mile.
6:30.
Do what?
There's always construction at 6:30.
Oh,
That
well,
goes without
It's
saying.
job security.
Oh, yeah. When you get over to West
When it
Memphis,
stops.
they've been working on I-44
Then
and
when it
55
stops,
at West
then
Memphis
it'll be news.
since 60, yeah. Big news, no? That's right. Take a look at Missouri. We do have some more. They're working on, I think they're still working on Highway 142, I believe. Highway 142 starts at Bakersfield, Missouri, runs over to Thayer, Missouri, then on over to Donovan. It's a nice little drive, crooked road. They're doing a lot of repaving in the southern part of Missouri on that. Other than that, highways are in pretty good shape. Had some family come through I-29, northwest Missouri, looking pretty good there. Allergy sufferers, what do you got today? A little bit high, 7.4. Grasses and plankton, your culprit. Tomorrow's going to be even higher at 7.6. Yesterday was a 7.2. I'm surprised. Well, we had some rain, but it was so isolated. It's not going to help.
It's pretty dry.
Yeah. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z Team. How much fog is? Not much fog's on.
No,
5 minutes.
no.
Yeah, no, not a lot. Yeah, we pick up 3 more leaves on the bushes in front of us. That's about it.
One leave at a time.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Coming up after the break, we'll have This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Right now it's community news time, and I protest old time. He's closed.
You go right
Right.
ahead. Go right ahead. I'm not there to say it, so it really doesn't. I mean, grab your picket signs,
Today
whatever
is
you like.
chicken fried steak day, and I can't get in.
There's probably not any chicken fried steaks going. I hate to tell you that. No.
Time for a little vacation down there, huh?
Well, do a vacation, but we had a little bit of cleaning stuff that we need to do, a little bit of remodeling stuff you couldn't do during the regular time. So before school starts, it's kind of a good time to go ahead and get that done. Let some of the family spend a little time with their kids and get ready to hit it again next week.
There you go.
Okay, we'll let you get by with it this time.
But
But I understand they're changing the specials.
Oh, they are.
only the ones Dale likes.
Just the Monday one.
So chicken fried steak's going to be on Sunday now.
On Sunday? Okay. No problem.
Friday after 5.
Yeah, you guys are messing with him now. His mind is like, all right, I'll be there Sunday.
Old Time Restaurant on the Square, Mountain Home. They're closed this week for, like Scooter said, maintenance and vacation. Normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11. And when they're open, you can get the best breakfast and best lunch in town.
True.
There you go.
So, Overcomers Recovery and Support Group at C3 Church. Overcomers class meets every Thursday night, 6 o'clock at C3 Church at their new location on Highway 201 North. Overcomers is a 12-step faith-based recovery program. For more information, 404-5315. VFW August Dance is August 8th at 6:30 at the VFW Post at 214 West 7th Street. And Thursday, August 8th, Backwood Rebel will begin playing at 6:30. Kitchen will be open until 8. Come on out and have a lot of fun. Looks like it's $5 per person. And the Clark Ridge Yard Bake Sale takes place August 10th from 8 until 2. Community of Clark Ridge will hold a bake and yard sale from 8 until 2 on the 10th at the main station at 12101 Highway 12101 Highway 201 North. If you need answers to any questions, call Kathy at 321-3100. Break time, unless you guys got something, Bob.
Doing a great job, Dale.
Mr. Hoffman, you're doing well.
I think he needs to work on getting control of this whole show because he was losing control early. He's going to have to work on
He
that.
ain't got there. Yeah, he's
Okay,
gotta
I'll
work.
draft the morning prayer for tomorrow for control. Anyway, time for a quick break. Coming up This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Stick around, be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
$7:19, time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora, Bob and Linda Zdora. For all your real estate needs, check out the website retiretoarkansas.net.
Great website, bunch of information on there.
Boy, a lot of info.
Things about us, the piece you get up there. We're a veteran-owned company, because I am, and a number of Sam's a veteran, and he's involved, and he's going to a class to help veterans to purchase homes.
Good.
It could be first-time home buyers and things. So we're always doing things to try to better what we do, to try to do what we do better as well. It kind of goes both ways. The
I like on the website how the pictures just rotate with different things that are in the area.
Yeah.
You know, between the cliffs and the lakes and you can just sit there and watch the pictures.
There's the Cottage Spring is on there, and we were there yesterday, and David's wife was there. She's from the Philippines, and to see the tie up and the kids swinging off, she was just, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah,
because it is. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that you see in most places. And that's what we get with small town America. And as we were driving through and showing different things off, they said they're from Orlando. They're living in Orlando, and he's been there for quite a while. And it's a different environment than it is here. So, beautiful day yesterday.
You've got a team set up. You got Marion County, Izzard, Stone County, Baxter County. You've got a team set up to conserve all the way up.
Well, we cover a pretty
Missouri,
big,
Marshall.
We can cast a pretty big footprint, and that gets out of our area. We can find Century 21 agents in other areas and do referrals for things that can help people if they're leaving the area.
Does Don still have that office up there, Don Smiley?
And we have, that's right. We have
hello, Don Smiley.
Yeah.
I used to sell him tires when I read the
Did you?
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty handy, though. I mean, here locally, you guys have got a huge footprint locally that you guys have direct control of between your agents and what's going on.
Yeah.
But then to be tied in with Century 21, which is a huge footprint.
Well, give them that network.
Yeah, and that way if they got somebody that's moving from there to here or vice versa, then you can help schedule and get everything taken care of, and it just makes it easier.
I mean, when we were doing radio, we discussed that fact. You've got Grandpa and Grandma's been on here since they retired, but now it's time to maybe go back to Northern Illinois to be closer to the kids that they may not retire for another 20 years. So you can get in contact with the Century 21 up there and help on that end.
We do that all the time, the referral network, and that's why we go to the state conventions. That's why we go to the international conventions, is to be able to see who these people are and be able to know you're the one I want to call when I've got this type of issue. And that's very important because I want my people to be happy. At the end of the day, that's the deal. We had a closing the other day, and we were going over the documents, the commissions and all the other stuff that are on there and stuff. And so the client said, she says, "Are you happy with? Do they look okay to you? Are you happy with the way they're?" I says, "Yes. There's nothing in here that's unusual or anything else." And the subject of the commission came up, and she said, "Well, are you happy with that?" I says, "You got to understand, Bob's going to be happy at the end of the day. All that money's not going to Bob, first of all. When you look at that, by the time it all gets split out and everybody else gets their rent." I said, "Bob's at the end of the pipeline." I said, the important thing is that when you're sitting there at the table and you go, "Yeah, we're happy." I said, that's all we really care about. But the rest of the stuff is going to come. The awards, the financial remuneration, all that stuff will come, but it's because you're happy. And that's really the deal. That's why we go to classes. That's why we do the things that we do. That's why we try to expand the team out some, is to be able to help more people and help people in different ways. So important. It's just so important.
Were you going to bring up some maintenance issues?
We were talking, Scooter talking about keeping the restaurant up to snuff and keep the building inspectors at bay and everything else, and just pride of ownership, and just making sure that when people walk through the door, the same thing, when people walk through the door, that they're happy with you, they're happy with the service. And deferred maintenance is one of the things that we see with people. Little things, replacing a washer where you've got a leak and not caulking around the tubs and things like that, and the moisture's getting behind there and it starts to wick its way up into the drywall. And when we live in things every day, that squeak that we hear, the things that we know are wrong, that outlet that doesn't work quite right, you got to be careful what you plug in there. You want to do that for your own safety, especially the electrical things. For your own safety and your own convenience. You're living in that house. It is your home, and you want to be able to enjoy it and not have to, when it comes time to sell it, find out that you got to put a bunch of money in it to fix things that you knew were wrong or weren't right anyway and needed to be addressed. And you want to kind of get ahead of that. And I understand, you shouldn't be up on the roof. You shouldn't be cleaning the gutters. There's people that do that. But there's church groups, and there's things that you can't do, and that you could ask for help. And don't be, embarrassed or anything like that when you do need some help. it's important for you to live in a safe environment, and also important for you to not live in that environment and then find out that you got to come up with $2,000 when you're going to close on the house because of things that were going on and not going well. So deferred maintenance is really something that we see a lot during the inspections.
And water, drip by drip, can cause so much problem.
And you shouldn't be up in the attic, and you shouldn't be down in the crawl space. You have someone do that for you and take a look and see how things are. That's one of the things that we run into the most, electrical issues that, not serious stuff, but just frustrating things that need to be addressed. So we've found we've been doing more people that have issues, and they're going to assisted living, they're going someplace else, they're going north, they're going south, wherever it may be. And we're dealing with the kids with some of these things. And they sit there and scratch their head, and they're like, Mom, Dad, what, say something, we would have done something. But we've been very successful in helping people move on to the next phase, whatever that phase may be, whether it's from a first-time home buyer, the next phase is buying that first home. Whether it's your first home or this is my absolute last home, that we're never going to buy another one after this, they're going to carry me out of here. We hear that too.
Yeah, how many of those do you hear that never actually
next time I move there, carry me out of the
box? Yeah, next time I leave it, carry them out of the box. And then, a couple of years later, they're like, well, we saw this place over in one of your magazines, and we want to go look at it. And so, that final home.
I had a friend in Southern Illinois. He lived over around Troy, Maryville area, retired from railroad and went to Arnold, Missouri. And he was up cleaning the gutters and broke his wrist. Yeah. That's enough. We're going to Avella so they can go to South County.
Yeah, sure.
And, that way, hey, the gutters need cleaned. Hey, it need light bulb. He's
he's
going to enjoy his fishing, going to enjoy his retirement. Not worry about a broken wrist to clean up the gutters.
Before we left Illinois, I kind of muscled my mother and Mike into a townhouse. Got them out of the house that they were in. No cutting the grass. No nothing. You need something. They do everything. They shovel the snow. Gutters are done. All that stuff is done. Just because I didn't want them to have to deal with any of that. And I know, we get a little older, we get a little more stubborn, and we get a little more set in our ways. And so they moved in great little place. It's perfect for the two of them. And so I was much more relieved leaving, knowing that they were going to be okay with it. And we have similar places here. I mean, it's not just in other markets that you have to go to. We have some people that want to leave, and they want to go to these Del Webb communities where they've got 30 different events going on every day, and they've got the clubhouse, and they've got all that. I mean, that's great. That's great. Not for everybody, nor is coming here for everybody, and we know that from dealing with people all the time.
Let's look at some numbers. See what we got.
We can look at numbers this week in real estate. And I want to mention the team because it's a team sport. This is truly the team has helped us, we've helped them, and we've been really happy with the way things have gone. Reese Tubbs, Jordan Womack, Darlene Clark, Sam McMaster, TJ Fitzmaurice, my honey Linda, and me. If you see any of the guys, girls, tell them you saw it on TV, because they'll come up to me and go, a guy came up to me and said he saw me on TV, and they heard my name on TV. So it really does matter. But this week in real estate, there were 53 new listings came up, 13 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties, but 37 homes came on the market. And they came on in a range from $20,000 to $750,000. 6 homes came on as active contingent within the past week. So that means that they were listed and they're under contract within that 7-day period. Amazing. There were 34 sales, 7 parcels of land, a commercial property sold, 26 homes sold. They sold in a range from $83,000 to $399,000. Average sale price this week was $169,000. 173 days on market, which is up a little bit, but it balances out. But $4.4 million in residential real estate closed this past week. Amazing. There were 26 properties expired. If you're one of those properties that expired and you're tired of being listed and you want to be sold, which is the whole purpose why you came on the market to begin with, was to be sold, give us a call and we'll do everything we can do to help you out. There's 26 listings in Missouri. Of those 26 listings, 24 of those are Century 21. So Don's got a bunch of them, but Linda's got some, Darlene's got some. We have a number of people that have got, that we have helped up there in Missouri. And if you're up there, within the sound of my voice, as we like to say, give us a call. There's currently 573 homes on the MLS, and year to date,
That's a low inventory compared
it's down.
to
Compared to a while ago, yeah, right.
14, 15.
Well, sure, because we didn't have buyers, and now the buyers are coming, and that's why we're year to date. There's been 630 homes have sold, compared to last year was 609. So you've
That's
got
good.
21 more houses selling like. I mean, that's a big deal.
But
That's
when
a
you
big
start
deal.
moving $4.4 million a week in real estate sales through the banks and
Yep.
everything else, that's some
So
good money.
those 630 homes that have sold this year for $93 million. Average days on market is 136 days on market. Last year, like I say, was 609 for 81.9 million. So in 154 days on market. So when you see the days on market compressing, you can see how active it is and how things are moving.
So
And
by
it's
the
all
30th of August,
presentation.
you could be at 102, 101, $102 million year to
Oh,
date.
I would think we could be
Yeah.
pretty close to that.
By the
Because
end of August.
it'll start to slow down a little bit because people that were coming in July will still be in this market. But then now it's going to start to fall off a little. You'll see it I'm sure you see it in the restaurant every year.
Yep.
People with kids, they're getting ready for school now.
Around here, school starting and the county fair slow things down.
So, but school, and school's going in other places as well. People that were moving to get their kids into another school district, they're here by now.
Yeah.
So it'll taper off a little bit. Then we'll get the adults come.
Mhm.
People our age that can travel. The weather's still good. You can get in and out of the restaurants a little easier. The
So that's
fishing's
the group
still
of folks
good.
where the kids are in college, they're not at home waiting
Exactly.
on mom and dad to get home. And,
Exactly.
And
I
he's
mean-
accrued 7 weeks of vacation with the
Yeah.
job, so they're just out. They go to Branson and they come through Mountain
Sure.
Home.
And they're looking. They're trying to figure out, okay, we're going to be retiring in 3 years, 2 years, next year, whatever it may be. And they're out riding, going to these places to see what's there.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go? And the website, Linda ran a piece on the website the other day and sent out an email about the interest rates. The interest rates are down. I mean, it's down to like 3.5. You can get.
Yes.
It's amazing how inexpensive money is. Get a fixed rate, stay out of the balloons. But how cheap money is, and she had 4 calls just on that, just based on that, saying, well, we were thinking about it, but now we're thinking about it a little more because people realize this isn't going to last. It
can't.
That it's gone as long as
Yeah.
it has is like dumbfounding, actually. But it's a great time. If you're in the market to buy a home, this is a great time to do it. It really, really is.
And once again, I know I've got friends in Southern Illinois, St. Louis area, getting ready to retire. Call Bob and Linda, 870, excuse me, 405-0793. I've connected with probably 45% of the kids I went to elementary, middle school,
Yeah.
and junior high with. A lot of them come down here. They're coming, hey, we're at Cranfield. Come say hi. Dude, all right. Get to see kids I haven't seen in 45, 50 years. Kids, listen to me. They're 61,
Well,
62
they're all,
years
they're all
old,
kids,
yeah.
but that's what we
Yeah.
do. They're all kids. Yeah.
But
do they
such
call
a
him
thrill.
Mr. Hoffman?
Well, they're kids. They call him Mr. Hoffman. Yes.
But why not just come on down?
Well, I mean,
You
but
know?
that's what they do. They need to come down to see.
Oh.
I mean, it's a big decision for people. When you're picking where is it we're going to go, where's going to be, where we're going to retire at, it's a very big decision.
Yeah, and southern Missouri is beautiful too.
Yeah. Well, that was where we started, and now we ended up here. And that's why it's retired to Arkansas.
There
That's
you
one
go.
of the reasons. I mean, when Linda hit that and found that URL to be able to get the tagline, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
So, but give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. She's the one who keeps the book. She tells us where to be and when and keeps everybody moving the right way. And we've been talking about the website, retiredtoarkansas.net. Take a look and see what's on there. All the MLS listings are on there, so if you're looking at houses, properties, you can take a look and find us. And we can sell any listing in Arkansas, any listing in Missouri, and we'll do the best we can do to help you, and you'll be happy with the service you get.
Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Time for a break. Coming up, Bob Rechtenwald Sports. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Good morning. It's Monday morning sports. By golly,
you sounded confused.
Well,
good morning. What am I
it
doing
is Monday.
What am I doing here?
We got Monday. We got that down pat. This morning we've got the athletic director from Yellville-Summit for the Yellville-Summit Panthers.
Yes, sir.
Coach Steve Jones. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Before we get into sports, though, I have to say something.
Okay.
I've been saving this.
This time.
My wife is a teacher at at Mountain Home Junior High, and she was this year named Middle School Business Teacher of the Year in the state of Arkansas. So I just wanted to recognize her publicly. And
we will let you know her name is Miss Shelley Jones.
Miss Shelley Jones, yes.
And she's been teaching here quite a long time.
20-something years, yes. Yeah. And she's taken over the middle school library this year. Oh. This was her last year as a business teacher. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah. Give her a little shout out.
Should have just brought her with you this morning.
Well, we left at the same time. She's working right now. Oh. She's getting everything ready to go.
Good deal.
But anyway, on to sports.
What we asked you to come in and talk about this morning is 50 years of football at Yellville.
That is the big topic that you mentioned. I brought my notebook. I've got here my list of things to talk about. This is our 50th football season at Yellville-Summit. We started in 1970, the first full varsity season, 1970. And so what we're doing, it really worked out well because we have 6 home games this year. And whereas normal season you have 5. Mm-hmm. So each home game, we are recognizing a different decade. And we're doing really nice programs. with trivia questions in it about football players and ex-cheerleaders and people like that. And we're working our way backwards. So our first game is September 6th, our first home game against Green Forest. We will recognize the classes of the 2000 teens. That is really weird to say, because it should be 19-something. Then our next home game is Berryville, September 20th. We'll recognize the teams from the 2000 to 2009 and work our way backwards.
So you're working backwards on it
Yes.
instead of starting at the 70s.
And there's two reasons for that. The first reason is we wanted to recognize the first team on the last day of the year. And the reality is a lot of those guys are getting older now, and the heat in September would be tough on them. But I know I can take cool weather better than I can take cold weather.
Right.
The other reason is, and this is completely 100% selfish, and I'm going to own it. I graduated in 1985, and I wanted my decade's reunion to be on Turkey Trot weekend, because it's just everybody comes in anyway. So going backwards, it worked out that way. So guess what? We're going to go backwards.
Well, Coach Steve Jones, AD, right? So what he says goes.
I'm not coach anymore. I'm just AD now.
You'll be coach as long as I talk to you.
Well,
so. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I like that.
Do you remember back, I know Dale remember, D.A. Dockey?
Oh, yeah.
I saw Coach Dockey at Dollar General Midway last week, and it's just natural.
Sure.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he wasn't even one of my coaches, but that's what we called him when he was still teaching.
Right.
And but once a coach, always a coach.
Well, I feel that way. The fellows that coached me in Pee Wees, I still call them coach, and you know. That's who they are to me.
So what's the plan? Is this going to be a pregame festivity? Is it going to be a halftime festivity?
A little bit of both.
A little of both.
When alumni come in, and you know we got not door prizes, but we have gifts for them. If you played football or were a cheerleader or in the band, during that time we have a gift for you at the door. We'll recognize them before the game, then throughout the game, and at halftime we're going to draw for prizes from just
that bunch.
That bunch, yes. Again, we have programs that are going to be full of trivia questions and interesting facts and pictures and stuff like that.
Right.
We've got, and you probably hadn't been through Yellville this summer, but we have these old wooden poles around the field for lights. And our superintendent has arranged for us to get what's done now. We've got 4 nice aluminum poles going up there a lot higher, and I got to watch that get installed this summer and be around and feel like I was part of it. But you know, it really cleaned up our stadium a lot, and so we've got that made everything look better. Now we've had printed up a bunch of like old team pictures in a big size, and we'll hang them around the fence, around the field, and candid shots of ball players doing stuff. I'm just real fired up. I'm real excited about everything going on over there with this.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
We did Mountain View last year, and they had I don't know how many years it was, but they had their first coach and their first team come out at halftime, and we're up on the TV, and I asked Scooter, said, zoom in on the guy in the white shirt. And he does. Dale, Fred Dawson. Fred Dawson was Mountain View. He used to be superintendent of schools here. He was the principal here for a long, long time. He was their first head football coach.
Fred Dawson, I think, was superintendent at Yellville for a while.
Could have been. Yes, sir.
I'm almost sure of it.
Yeah.
See, he was our principal, 1975?
Yep, 74, 75.
That would be about right, because he was superintendent at Yellville around 1980.
Yeah. And
if it's the same Fred Dawson, it's got to be.
Well, long story short, I asked Scooter, I said, zoom in on this guy, and sure enough, that's who it was. So at halftime, of course, the long break that we get at halftime, I run down there and I introduce myself. He said, no introduction necessary, son. You're Bob Brechtelmaw from Mountain Home.
Yeah.
This guy's in his 80s. Kid you not. Yeah.
That's really something. because we're actually trying to get some superintendents and principals to come back too. And
well, Mr. Dawson happens to be not doing well right now.
Really?
I spoke with his brother-in-law 4th of July weekend. He came up. He was a teacher here also, Dave Marcantel, and he happens to be in hospital in Benton right now. So chances of getting him to come is probably pretty slim.
Well, and he would be that's got to be the same Fred Dawson. There's just no doubt. I mean, I don't know it for sure, but there's no doubt in my mind. Can I mention a couple of...
Right, we're going to take a break right now. We'll come back in just a few seconds. We've got Coach Steve Jones, AD, from Yellville-Summit. Take us away, Scooter.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
I was involved in a wreck on the interstate. A friend and I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, and I was in excruciating pain. I started the chiropractor care along with the massage therapy, and it has totally transformed my world. With God's help and the help of them, I have totally got my life back together, and I'm free of pain medicine, and I'm so grateful that I am where I need to be today.
If you want
Steve Jones, Athletic Director, Yellville-Summit Panthers.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do 50 years of football, pregame and halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had some coaches changes this year?
Yes, well, we haven't lost any coaches. We've added coaches.
You've added
to our yes, and I'm just super excited about the ones we've hired. First, the average age of our coaching staff is 33.
Is that right?
I mean, it's hard to keep up with them sometimes because it's just go, go, go. But we added 4 coaches this year to our staff, and I'll just start with Jamie Rhodes. He's going to replace me as the baseball coach, and we hired him last spring. He's also doing football. He is retired from the United States Navy. He was an officer in the Navy, played college football and baseball in Iowa, but it wasn't at Iowa. Okay. It was in Iowa, but I can't think of the name of the college right now. Real knowledgeable guy, gung-ho, excited, great role model for kids. He was previously our SRO and is going through the Apple program to become a certified teacher and everything.
Okay.
Just anyway, all around great guy.
That's the alternative.
The alternative. The way someone else would
certificate.
Yes. Then we hired a girl named Sarah Gilly, who is fresh out of college from, ASU, but she played softball at Williams Baptist for 3 years, and she's going to be our new softball coach. And previously that had been Coach Sims, who was also the boys basketball coach. And
Okay.
so we're kind of alleviating him of that. It was just a little much. She's walking in fired up. She was a good softball, well, obviously gooder. She wouldn't have played college softball, but it was all-state catcher at Harrison in high school. Which
We'll overlook that.
I know she's old goblin. My daughter's a goblin too, by the way. We're trying to get her over here though. Anyway, and then a young lady named Taylor Lynch to be the assistant softball coach, and we hired her from Bergman as a business teacher, but we knew she could coach, and I've made it very clear I want to hire teachers that want to coach stuff. We'll put them to work. And her dad is he's a 2 or 3 time state champion girls basketball coach. His name is Charlie Melton, and he's at Dover, Arkansas right now. So she comes from a coaching background. And then lastly, now this is not a young coach, but we hired Joe Couch, who was the former superintendent at Bergman and has been a coach all over North Arkansas. He is the grandfather of our high school basketball coach, and this gave them an opportunity to work together.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the head coach, who's 26, his grandfather will be his assistant coach, who's
That's what brings the average up.
Yes, he's not 26. We'll say that. But Joe Couch, a tremendous man of knowledge, been on the Arkansas Activities Association Board of Directors. He's been an AD, a principal, coach, superintendent. Just a wealth of knowledge there, and really, really good with kids. I think he's going to be, I hate to say elder statesman, but I'm going to say elder statesman kind of on our staff that really helps all of our young coaches, but they're all fantastic anyway. So anyway, good stuff going on at Yellville right now.
You bet. What about the rest of your coaching staff for your football team? What you got?
Of course, we're returning Lucas Morris as a head coach. This will be his 3rd year. When he was hired 3 years ago, we have been on a 4-year drought of the playoffs. We've now been 2 consecutive years. Now we want to get the playoffs and go a little further. Next year, we actually drop to Class 2A in football, which is, really where we need to be anyway, size-wise.
That'll start next season.
So we've got one more season of 3A football. But he's returning. Clark Guston, who is the defensive coordinator, son of Alan Guston, who was the defensive coordinator for 23 years. Or no, maybe 25, a lot of years.
Long time.
So he's, again, comes from a coaching family there. And then Coach Rhodes, Jamie Rhodes, the baseball coach, will also serve as assistant football coach. So we have those 3 there. And then, others will pitch in from time to time, driving a bus or keeping stats or things like that. But those are the 3 coaches in football. Hunter Sims and April Martin and Joe Couch will handle boys and girls basketball, and our boys made a good run through regionals and state last year and got beat in state. We're going to have 5 brand new starters, and kind of challenge them to, hey, it's your turn now. Let's go do a job. And we've had a really good summer with our basketball scrimmages. Of course, track and field, the girls were in indoor track, which there's a meet in Fayetteville at the Razorback Complex in February. Our boys were state runner-up. Our girls were state champion in indoor track. We go to state track in the spring of the outdoor meet, and the girls are state runner-up, and the boys finish 7th, I think. Still really well. And, we expect to bring home several state titles in boys and girls track next year. Our baseball team will be taken over by Coach Rhodes. He's been working with them already. He's an old pitcher, so that's a leg up as far as I'm concerned, because I was not a pitcher, and that was my weakness and was working with pitchers. And then, of course, Coach Gilly, the new softball coach, she's just hit the ground running, getting the girls ready, and they're fired up and ready to play. And, they made the postseason last year, but they'd also like to go a little further.
How are your student athletes responding to the new coaches?
Oh, they're with tremendous enthusiasm.
Of course, the school hadn't started yet, so you don't get a full effect of that. But
we have a theme every year, and this year our theme is going to be, and this is something I stole from another coach, but I like it, and I'm going to use it, is winning every day. And kind of what this means, and I think it's something a lot of us do subconsciously, but we don't have a name for it. You know, I battle the bulge all the time. Meal, and I like pizza, and I love sweets, and well, there's really nothing that I don't like. And you know, I'd set a goal like I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, to reach that goal, you've got to win a little bit every day. You know, I've got to win. I saw that cinnamon roll there, and I thought I'd really like to have that, but I'm not going to have that. I'm going to win that little victory. What we tell this to our student athletes, you know, if you want to succeed on Friday night, you got to win on Monday afternoon at practice. You know, if you want to be eligible in the spring, you got to win every day in the classroom. Mm-hmm. And that's our theme for this year, is winning every day. And just being, and we have good student athletes, good citizens, but we want to just really foster that, because really, what are we in the business of? Raising good young men and women.
Yep.
That's what it's all about. And, you know, you've coached, so you know, I mean, we're trying to build character here, but that's going to be our theme this year, and the kids have been very responsive to it and fired up about the new coaches. And you know, of course, I stay in a constant state of almost excited all the time. It don't take a lot to get me there.
How's your 7th grade program look this year for football?
It's good. We've got throughout the summer we had about 10 that would show up regularly. Okay, and this is the way 7th grade goes. When school starts, then you have the rest of them, because it's just you just can't get everyone there when they're in 7th grade. But we've had a good regular group showing up, and you know, they've been, you know, lifting weights somewhat. I mean, they're 7th graders. We're not going to push them into that too hard, too fast, but you know, get them out there, get them used to physical activity, and get outside. You know, one of the things, we've had our football field tore up all summer, and we're still not done. We're putting in some more. I'm kind of going off topic here a little bit, but we're putting in a sprint lane on our home side so that our track can practice their sprints, and also put a long jump pit, high jump pit, and a pole vault area in. And all this stuff's just going right now. And one of the student athletes the other day said, "Coach Jones, are we going to get the school back in shape before school starts?" I said, "Well, I hope so," because there's cranes and backhoes everywhere and concrete piles, and I mean, you know, it's a construction site, but you know, we're very growth minded. Let's make things better all the time. And you know, I kind of believe that if we stop improving, then I'm done. I'm going to retire, because I want to be.
No need to big statement.
No, all the time.
You've got a good superintendent over there.
Yes, we do.
Got it progressing.
Absolutely.
Wants things to keep on going. Let's talk about your 6 home games this year for football real quick, and then we'll see how much time we got left.
Green Forest, we beat Green Forest at Green Forest last year, and it was a tough game, and I expect it'll be a tough game at Yellville this year. Berryville, you know, they're Class 4A. We're playing up quite a bit there, but you know what that does is it kind of prepares us for the season. Mm-hmm. I mean, you play someone like that, and then all of a sudden you come back to playing the schools your size, and it's not as daunting. Then on September 27th, we've got Melbourne. That'll be our conference opener right there. That has turned into a pretty good rivalry over the last few years. We went through a period of time where we would beat them soundly. And then we have Rector October 11th, Clinton October 18th. That is our homecoming game. And then November 8th, the Battle of the Buffalo against Marshall.
And Marshall coming up.
Marshall's coming to Yellville this year, yes.
Well, sounds good. We appreciate you coming in.
I'd love to be here.
Do you have another sport that runs the same time as football?
Volleyball.
Yes. Just like we have over here.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I hadn't mentioned that. We're hosting the 2A state volleyball tournament this year. Yellville is the host school. We're very excited about getting to do that. Our head volleyball coach, she's a workaholic, and you know, she's wanting to get all this stuff done. And I'm like, Coach Martin, just relax. Your job is to get us to state. I will take care of getting things remodeled and cleaned up and all that sort of thing.
Once school kicks off and everything gets back in the roll, ask you and Coach Martin to come over and we'll talk some volleyball.
That would be fantastic.
Right now we've got to go.
That's it.
Thanks
See
for
you
coming,
tomorrow.
Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.